by the people, for the people.
I have a lot of respect and regard for the Sikhs. They are people who are courageous, enterprising.
I think in the world, no, I think in America, there is a fascination with this idea of heroes, superheroes, people who are larger than life, people who are willing to defend the innocent, to uphold the rights of all men, regardless of race, religion, creed. And I think far too often it's easy to kind of transfix on the movies, on the TV shows, on the the entertainment, the amusement of all of it. And if you think about the word amusement, muse is the root word. It means to think, to ponder, to look deeply within. And then when you put an A in front of it, it means to not do, without. So amusement is really an industry designed to make everybody not think about things, not to look inwardly, not to do these things. It's almost a distraction in a sense. A distraction from what? I guess it's another video. But instead of looking to Hollywood and Bollywood for these heroes, we can look at real life people. And the Sikhs are that. They are real life heroes. I worked with Indians 20 years ago, maybe, about 15 to 20 years ago. And most of them were Sikhs. There was one Hindu. There was one Muslim from Bangladesh. And the rest were Sikhs. And the Sikhs were super kind people. They watched over me because I was the youngest of the group. They partied with me. You know, we ate together, we partied together, we drank together, kind of. I mean, occasionally they would infight because sometimes they would want to drink, or you know, one would eat something that wasn't suitable, and they would argue amongst themselves about not keeping, you know, the Sikh teaching. But they were good men. They were honorable men, to the most part. I mean, we're people, and you know, they're not gods. They're not, you know, perfect. But they, you know, to a young professor who looked at, okay, I knew India, right? I knew what Indians looked like. What are you, though? You got that crazy beard and a turban. Are you a terrorist? Are you some kind of radical Muslim? What are you? They didn't get offended. They would smile and say, I'm a Sikh. I am from India. I do no harm to no one. I protect all things, all people. If I see injustice, I try to stop it. And, you know, they would show me their daggers that they carried kind of in their back, you know, on their bag. They would explain the bracelets to me. They would, you know, talk about fasting and purifying, and every now and then I would catch one of them putting their turban on, and I had no idea how long the hair was. None. I walked into one, and his name was Jaspir. He was the older of all of them, and he was always in a turban. And one day I came to work before he was ready for everybody to show up. I couldn't sleep, so I got to work early, and he had his hair down. And I walked in, I didn't recognize him because his hair was like literally down to his ankles. And he said, it's okay. It's me, Jaspir. It's okay. I haven't wrapped my turban yet. Can you please give me a moment to wrap my turban? There he was. Oh, it's Jaspir. There was Jaspir, there was Saminder, there was Hatpreet, there was Sharon. And they all were kind to me, super kind to me, you know. And from that, I was always fond of Sikhs. I could notice Sikhs. I could tell, oh, that's a Sikh because of what they taught me. And then 9/11 happened, and not far from me is a gas station called Mesa Star, and it's owned by Sikhs. Very nice family. I know the family. And one day, after 9/11, the husband, the father, the brother, was on his property. He's very, very proud to have that gas station. He worked very, very hard to raise the money to buy this. And his wife worked there. And his little boy worked there. You know, as little boys can, kind of running around, you know, trying to help, but they're really not. But they're there, right? His brother worked there. And he was out in front of his property planting flowers because he wanted it to look nice. He wanted to look pretty. He would always put very colorful flowers out in front of the property, which is unusual for a gas station out here. And a man drove up, got out of his car, and said, "You effing terrorist. You killed our people." And he shot him. He shot him dead. The news broke. At the time, President Bush, not W, his dad, H, George H. Bush. Maybe it was W. No, I think it was W. I would think it was W because it was 9/11. Came out and said this, what happened, we don't do that. We don't do that, okay? As American people, don't do that, right? We need to protect our own. We need to protect our friends, our foreigners, our visitors. And I thought to myself, You moron. He's not even Muslim. He's a Sikh, dude. You are a freaking moron. You killed a man for wearing a turban because you thought he was a Muslim terrorist. He's Indian. He's a Sikh. He's the last person to go in and kill anybody. Some time passes. I'm helping out at a church in the area, teaching little kids, you know. They were little. 2nd grade, maybe. Remember 2nd grade? How you viewed things? And there was a child there who was always sad because Daddy was in prison. What's Daddy in prison for? He killed a man. Who'd he kill? Guy who owns that gas station. Oh, man. I saw pain from both points of view. Pain, the family who lost a father, a husband, a brother. Because he looked different. I saw pain from another point of view, who lost a father, a brother, a husband, out of ignorance. Misguided ignorance. And it has imprinted me ever since. Sometimes people say, this guy, this whatever, he's a fake. He's just trying to get Indian subscribers. Don't listen to him. This is real, dude. This is as real as it gets. I view Indians as my brothers and sisters. I think they deserve to be looked out for in America because of this incident. What if somebody could have told that guy who went and did the shooting, but hey, dummy. Hey, dummy. It's not a Muslim. They're Indian. Let me explain it to you. You know, co-protector, it's a joke based on truth. Whenever I'm out in public and I see an Indian, I watch out for him. I stop and make sure, are they being treated fairly? Do people understand that this is not, you know, just because they have brown skin and look different and sound different doesn't mean they're our enemy. I'm sorry for getting emotional on this. I don't mean to. But I'm fond of India. I'm fond of Indians. I'm super fond of Sikhs. And so when the actor Diljit kind of responded to my movie trailer, wow. Not because he's somebody famous, but because I felt like he understood what we're about. I truly believe India are the kings of the East. And I'm going to be doing a documentary on that and explaining this. A lot of my Indian friends, my brothers, my sisters say, explain this. And I'm going to. It comes from the Bible. It comes from Bible prophecy. I'm going to explain it. I'm going to lay it out. It's going to be long. Rishikesh is going to have no fingers left after all the editing. He will just have stumps. He'll wear them all down. I say, if you're familiar with the comic books, India is Galactus, and I am your herald, the Silver Surfer, proclaiming the coming of India. If you would you please check out my radio station, Dark Sky Radio. I was approached by an Indian who said, I've started a social networking site, kind of. It's called Linger. And what it is kind of YouTube meets Blog Talk Radio meets kind of Twitter. You follow people, you can watch videos, you can listen to music, kind of. And I said, let me check it out. I'll check it out, dude. You know, you come to me with an Indian name, I'm checking it out because you're my brother, my sister, right? And I did. And I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to sign up for it. Because who knows? You're the kings of the East. Who knows what this is? Who knows, dude? Right? Who knows, bro? I could just be walking into ground level on the biggest thing yet this planet's ever seen. You have no idea, dude. It's the Wild West. It's, you know, a brave new world. And so I started uploading. And I never thought that I would have more activity than TED Talks. That I would be closing in on Disney. Disney animation, right? So that's pretty cool. So I'll put a link in here. You can go to the website. There's a graphic and icon form. You can click on the Linger. Go there, sign up, get an account, check it out. But, you know, this revolution is going to be televised, and here it is. Oh man. All right. Whew. I apologize for getting like that. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for subscribing. You guys have been a blessing to me. You have no idea how much. Peace.
Thank you for watching our videos. Will you please subscribe to our channel? And will you please give this video a thumbs up? Thank you.